What is a spy and who should we consider as one? British history buffs may know who I'm talking about. History holds a special place in all of us, and that's either our family tree or just past presidents. In middle school, history had a great interest on me. We learned about many special people throughout wars and politicians. One of these people is Vera Atkins. I chose her because she had great efforts in the military and with 2 countries. Her life before the military. She was born June 16, 1908 in Bucharest, Romania. Her real name is Vera Marie Rosenberg, according to the UK Telegraph. Atkins is her mother's maiden name. She chose Atkins after her father died in 1944. She studied at the University in Paris, and in 1933 they moved to England, but they had to move back to the mainland before a couple years after they moved to England due to Germany invading France. During this time, Vera Atkins joined the SOE for the French army. According to the New York Times, she helped Britain while in the French military. Now that we know a little bit about her and her time in the war, let's talk about her time in the war. During World War II, she was an SOE officer for French, but also helping the British Army. She helped recruit people for the British Army that could pass as a French person and who could survive behind enemy lines. Trying to chase her dead agents was one of her many difficult tasks. Due to her sending out people for the French, she had to then trace them back after they died, which was very important to her to know who they were. She had to know every bit of detail about themselves, whether it was their wife's name or where they grew up. The SOE disbanded after they had a trip to Germany. We do not know the reason why. Her life after the war. She never got married. We don't know why she never got married, but she was engaged, and she did have a relationship before her engagement. Her fiancé was in the British Army, and he died in action. We don't know the cause. She retired from the SOE after disbanded, but after that she went into the Army to help find out, for helping trace her dead recruits. On June 27, 2000, according to the New York Times and the Telegraph for the UK, she died in Hastings, Sussex, at the age of 92. She died in a hospital in Sussex. She had very important work for World War II, whether it was just finding people to fight or just being part of it. We learned about her war efforts for the British and French allies for trying to beat Germany and overcome. We now have a better understanding of World War II due to knowing about her efforts in the war and what she did for both sides, whether it was just recruiting or actually going and fighting, which she found people to do. Will we learn more from this information about who we can put in the war or who all can help the war?